All right, welcome to another episode of My FX Buddies, the podcast. Um, okay, so I'm gonna try to get these stupid announcements under 2 minutes. So I say podcast because there is also a blog, and the blog is at myfxbuddies.blogspot.com. Okay, and you should go there because that's where all the articles are posted. You don't have to join anything. You don't have to type in anything. You just go know the day that you're looking for. Like, so this is, ooh, it says Wednesday, January 17th, but it's actually going to be posted January 18th because it's 1 o'clock in the morning where I am. All right. So, um, RSS.com has a transcript, and you can go there, and that's a pretty good transcript if you want to read along with me. And that's my FX Buddies there. Spotify.com supposedly has a video. I think you have to have a paid subscription or a paid account, and then you can see the video. My FX Buddies there also. What else? YouTube. Fair use disclaimer. Anything that I'm going to share, cover, is covered under fair use disclaimer because it's for teaching, commentary, critique, things like that. Oh, wow. Oh, the TV's on. I'm going to try to be focused. Okay, so I think that's it. As always, wherever you're listening or watching, there's a description box. In the description will be, at the very least, a link to the blog. If I'm real good, there's going to be a link to the blog and a link to the video content. So then you can see the articles, right? Okay, I think that's it. So let's get into it. So, really bad article came out today, and I just want to hit that right up front because it's the only bad news that came out today. So I'm putting on my Bad News Brenda hat for those of you who know what I'm talking about. And I got excited when I saw the title, Maintaining the Exchange Rate. Parliamentary Finance determines the variables. Variables means it could change, right? Of the 2024 budget. But then this picture does not go. This is just the picture I wanted for the thumbnail. This is a pretty good article too, where they're claiming they have overcome all the obstacles about the, what's this thing here? The point of sale machines. Anyway, today, Wednesday, so this was yesterday, right? The Parliamentary Finance Committee confirmed that the exchange rates of the dollar and a barrel of oil will be maintained in the budget for the current year 2024. That's not good. That means they're going to stay at 1320. I don't believe that. I don't see how they can. But that's what this one article is saying. But it is the Parliamentary Finance Committee, and they know what's in the budget. So, not sure why they chose this person, Hussein. I don't know how to say that last name, but you see it there if you're looking. He was interviewed by this news place. The government kept calculating the price of a barrel of oil, the quantity of oil exported, and the dollar exchange rate stipulated in the tripartite budget in the current year's 2024 without budget change. They are going to make changes though, okay? The Parliamentary Finance Committee has not yet received the changes that will occur to some tables in the current year's budget in order to study them and then submit them to a vote in the House of Representatives, which could be next week. Okay, so there's some schedules again that they may change and they'll be added. It also has to do with imports as well as spending. So it is what it is. I seriously don't see how they could go a whole nother year with this fake rate, but you know, I'm just so we will move on from that. Don't get discouraged. You know, don't give up. It, we just have to move on. I'm not going anywhere. I mean, wouldn't you rather they would come out and say, hey, go live your life for a year, come back, right? Instead of us going, oh, maybe it's going to be this week or this month but we've been doing that and we'll continue to do it, right? Okay, so more confusion about the World Trade Organization. Oh, you know what? I didn't put the other article on here. But, you know what? I may be able to get it. I'm waiting for Sudani to speak in Davos. Okay, where would that be? Maybe in politics. I'm waiting. It should kick in English anytime now. There we go. It runs slow. The computer runs slow when I'm recording. Let's see. What's the date? Okay, 17th. I believe it would be here. I don't see it. But anyway, so there is an article out on Wednesday saying all the obstacles for Iraq to be accepted into the WTO have been removed. Just a little bit. Oh, I didn't even see that. Okay, no, I don't see it. But I did see it. I did read it because, of course, someone sent it to me saying, you're wrong. See, they are in the WTO. And I don't believe they are. And I won't believe it until what? Until I see it on the World Trade Organization's website. Okay, so it's not there. So it must be here, but I'm going to move on because there's a lot to cover. So everything else is good. Let's see. He's having, well, actually both. So this is Kurdistan. Kurdistan had their own meetings with not as many people as Sudani is, but they're there meeting with people. So all of these meetings are taking place on the side of the main Davos meetings, right? And so Sudani's is like a little more grand than the what's his name, Barzani's. But that doesn't matter, right? He's still there. He's all up in the place, like Biggie said. Anyway, so let's see. I don't know who this lady is, but they're talking about digital health, digital economy, of course, gas and oil. Here's the HK Energy, which is Ross Perot Jr. And I bet you that's not the first time they've met either. So Sudani, while he's there talking to all the people he's talking to, he's still being pressed about, well, he's being pressed and he's pressing, right? About we need the American troops gone. But there's a great Wall Street Journal. It's so long though. I don't know why they make their articles so long. But for 1/17, for January 17th, if you can read the wall, or if you could access, because this one was paid, it was paid for information. And in there he says, I at least would like to negotiate a date for them to leave, right? So, and you can negotiate a date, and then when that date comes, be like, no, we're still not ready. See, you still need us, right? But anyway, so here he's meeting with the European Bank Reconstruction Development Group. That's Sudani right there, if you didn't know. They were really excited about this. I don't know what this is, but Iraq receives an official invitation to join Digital Cooperation Organization. Just by the name of that, it sounds to me like it's sharing digital information, but my mind. But see, they tweeted it, so it was in the news, and they tweeted it, and that's their logo there. Thailand wants to invest in Karbala, which I believe is in Kurdistan. Here he is with, it just says he was talking with, oh no, I think this is still HKN, but they're focusing on, we are open to all forms of cooperation with international companies. So, and they said that they have that several times throughout, right? Okay, so here's the picture of the beautiful young lady. I think she works there. Maybe she's a customer. I don't know, but see how she's kind of dressed like this lady here? That's what makes me think she works at the store. Central Bank. We addressed all the problems facing the electronic payment system. Except you still don't have them at every place. But they talk about how executive people have agreed they'll do it, they'll get them installed. Association of, I think this is private banks, they agreed they'll get on board. So, forward movement. This was a good article. Economic reform and the future of youth. And the guy, he's an economist that they talk to quite a bit. But he says real economic reform cannot be achieved without investing energy. And then it says human investment. I'm like, okay, I think that means human resources, right? And this matter has requirements that the state combined with its executive and legislative powers must achieve. Okay, so while I'm doing this, I'm also watching Iraqi TV, and they are doing a piece on Sudani right now, showing the meetings that he's having. He's walking around different places, looking at different things. Over there, where is he? Switzerland. So yeah, so it's big news. Maybe they're getting ready. I believe he's going to start speaking in 8 minutes, and maybe that's what they're getting ready for. And they could be showing, what he's been doing, because he's been busy. Okay, here, this is an article some people will be excited to read. Well, not excited, but Iraq faces creditors and claimants of personal rights. So what this is saying is we need to protect your money, Iraq, because what if people sue you? What if they come, because you have debts from the Paris Club, right? Paris Club in Kuwait. But now, didn't they tell us Kuwait was paid in full? I know they did. I know because I read the articles that said Kuwait said they've been paid in full. But if we, people can sue for anything, right? So, but they don't start talking about this until it seems we're getting ready to see what we've been looking for. So I was happy to see this article. All right, Central Bank 2024 is the year of achieving great achievements in electronic payments. So here's another article about that. Oh boy, why is that picture so huge? I'll have to correct that. So here this guy right here, I believe his name is something Stoltenberg. He's NATO. He's the Secretary General of NATO. So you know what they talked about. He was probably like, hey, can you get the troops out of my country? That's what I think. But, they're not going to say. But Iraq does not mind cooperating with the countries of the international coalition in the field of armament, training, and equipment within the framework of bilateral relations that bring together Iraq and the countries of this coalition. But I'm sure what he's saying is, they're droning and doing stuff that's outside of that agreement, so they have to go, right? That's probably where that conversation led to. So here, the World Bank supports the electronic payment system in Iraq. These two work for the World Bank. That is Sudani. And also, let's see. Here, the Iraqi government seeks to activate the electronic payment service, adopt modern automation systems, and end cash stealing. I don't like that. But why can't they have both? Why can't they get modern and still do cash stealing for those who want to? But whatever. Sudani stresses to the president of the World Bank. This is what I like. The need, no, this isn't it. But the need to support the government's efforts and plans in investment and development. So this is one statement. Sudani is telling the World Bank what to do, what he wants. In years past, it wouldn't have been phrased this way. It would have been the World Bank is telling Sudani, blah, 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 right? And then also in another one, he says that they need to, the reports that they write need to project the reality of the reforms. And I'm telling you that because I don't know if we're going to see it. So here, Sudani confirms that government is broadly moving towards gas investment and modernizing the banking system. And there's lots of that, lots of modernizing the banking system. Here it is, Sudani. It is important that World Bank reports realistically reflect the policies of the new government. So he's saying, at least the way that I read that article, was you're not supporting me. Look, I've done all this stuff, but your reports only say what I still need to do. But, is anything going to be done differently? Who knows? But at least he said it. And the reports like this are going back to the citizens of Iraq. So they can see, well, those, who read the news and watch the news, they can see how well he's being received and he's holding his own with these other world leaders. Okay, let's see. Ministers will send, so here's the Parliamentary Finance Committee, right? Same committee, different person speaking, but the Council of Ministers will send the 2024 budget to Parliament next week. Yeah, we'll see. What is this? This article is interesting, in my opinion, the way that I read this. Al-Fali, which is this guy here, and he's a Saudi, discusses expanding the Saudi investment base in Iraqi Kurdistan and cooperation with Oman. So it's interesting to me that Oman and Saudi Arabia are coming to help and invest in Kurdistan. When I'm like, aren't we're supposed to be helping and supporting them, right? And even it says something about Honduras. See that? There's investment opportunities in Honduras. So yeah, they're just going all around the world. Excuse me. And so here's more a bigger picture of who's in the room. Yes, I already talked about that. So it's 20 minutes. Let's go down to this is that Politico article. It's really long, but I read it. I know you probably won't, but that's okay. But it's there if you choose to. It's on the blog if you choose to. This was good too. Iraq had five things they wanted to touch on when they went to Davos. All right. So, that's more about the budget. Oh, here, I put that article here twice. I can delete that. Kurdistan was set to meet with Iran, and they canceled. And that was big news in the Arab world. Iraq plans to stop the bleeding. This article is saying that they have a lot of plans to stop the corruption and the money smuggling, but all their plans aren't working because it's the affluent people who are the influencers that are letting it continue, right? Calling them out. So here's a different article about, so the World Trade Organization, Saudi Arabia came out and said there's one law, intellectual property law, and their import-export standards need to get to international standards. But I believe that that one law is probably one of those laws that are just sitting there waiting to be moved on. There's like at least 200 laws that have been approved, but just aren't finalized and probably waiting for the rate change. All right, we can skip that just for time's sake. Oh, yeah, that's interesting, but we don't. Hey, if you ever had money in the work bank, there is an article out, Secrets of the Disappearance of Billions of Money, and then it says depositors in the work bank. And I've only made it through this first block of writing, but it's been about 14 years. So doesn't look like they're gonna get their money back, but I don't know. So tomorrow I'll probably read the rest. But yeah, so if you're interested, I don't know that you're gonna see that in Dinarland. So, not really a hot topic, but for some people who did actually open accounts, they may want to read that, so you can go to the blog and read it. All right, so the big news was JP Morgan was there. Not, you know what? I think Jamie Dimon was there. I know he was there. He may be there for the whole time, but I don't know that. Let me see some of the pictures. He may have met, but they met before, right? So it's no deal, no big deal. But this is forward movement. They talked about, among other things, establishing ideas related to trading digital currencies for central banks. So that is what? A CBDC. Don't like that, but whatever. But they're moving into the private banks. Iraq is proceeding with financial and banking reform. Remember, I told you there was a lot about that. So they didn't meet with Jamie Dimon. They met with the underlings of Jamie Dimon that handle the Middle East and North Africa area. But where does it say? Yeah. So they're ready to open accounts for 3 private Iraqi banks. So they already did the state banks, the Raffadan Rashid, probably Trade Bank of Iraq. So now they're moving on to the private banks. And then the last step is the Islamic banks. That's how they do things. I've just have seen that from watching all the stuff that I watch. So yeah, so that is really good. Really fruitful meetings. He had one meeting where he met with like 12 business people. Then there was another meeting where there were 57 companies represented. So it was a great, great, great trip. Ooh. Oh, you know what? They tweeted that too, but it didn't. Let me see, because they had a nice little graphic. Let me see if I can pull it up on their Twitter account. Oh my, what is that? I'm supposed to be on. Okay, the government of Iraq. They also something with the airport. The passports are digital now. See, this is like a lodge, some kind of meeting that took place at a lodge. Oh well. Oh, they posted a lot of stuff. All right. Well, that's not there. That might be on Sindani's Twitter page. Anyway, so yeah, so that's where we are for now. Um, you know what? Let's see. Where did I have him? Oh, I wanted to show you this. Remember, I I put that video. I don't know if you guys watched it, but there's a video in China about the RV. It's on Chinese TV, remember? Here is Xinhua. Iraq aims to join WTO to boost trade and development, says the president, which is Iraq's president. But so see, China is really watching. So this is a English. I don't know why it's English news in China, but it is. And they're reporting on, and see how short, nice and short little article. So they're eager to meet the trade and economic standards needed to join the WTO. And I don't think it talks about that. But also, Iraq aims to be an influential player in the global economy through reforms. All right, so that's it. So look, 28 minutes. I did think there was something else I wanted to show you, but you know what? I don't mind showing you the hard. Oh no, so it ended there, but for some reason, the image is not. And maybe I'll fix it. So if you go to the blog in post-production, I'll correct it. And oh, let me see. No, I delete it. After I post it, I delete it. Anyway, so thanks for listening. Everything's great, but can you do this for another year? Are you prepared? Do you have a job? Do you like your job? Are you secure? Do you feel that your job is not going to lay off? Um, yeah, there's uncertainty, but take care of you, right? What do I say? Accumulate while we wait for the rate to appreciate. Don't miss any meals and pay all your bills because we don't know. We want to think this is going to happen this weekend or next week, but and y'all know I'm thinking April. I'm still thinking April. Let's see. It's live, but that's not the right one. So thank you. I want to thank you. I want to thank you. Okay, this is the time, but they must be running late because he's supposed to be on. Anyway, So we'll look to see what happens. Davos is running through Friday, but I don't think everyone stays on Friday. But we'll find out today if he's leaving. Yep, I think this is it. Live event. But look, they're not showing it. Anyway, so I don't think I'll post because this is actually gonna hit for Thursday. So I won't post again until Saturday unless there's something interesting. And another nope, I said I wasn't gonna say anything else bad. So I'll give you a military stuff update on the next one. All right. Enjoy your thankful Thursday. You know, that's what I call it. Oh, here it is. There he is. Look. A conversation with Muhammad Shia al-Sudani. All right. So I'm really going to wrap this up right now. Thanks for listening, watching. Enjoy the rest of your day. And until next time.